We continue to welcome you mga kapamilya sa ating unang araw ng semifinals sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference ngayong Sabado sa Phil Oil Flying V Center sa lungsod ng San Juan. The reigning reinforced champions, the Petro Gazz Angels, spearheaded by sila Jonas Abete, Panay Mercado, Cherry Nurag, who are determined to end this tournament, of course, with another championship under their belt. Pero lalaban ang gigil na kupunan na Banko Perlas Spikers para malagpasan ang kanilang Final Four slump. At ngayon naman makakamit nila ang kanilang pangarap na makatungtong sa finals. Well, we'll find out. It's a number 2 seed versus the number 3 in a best-of-3 semifinals. All this you can watch live on Liga HD. It's the number 1 sports website sa Pilipinas, sports.abs-CBN.com, streaming on iWant, and of course, on premiervolleyballleague.com. Magandang hapon ulit mga kapamilya. Thank you for joining us here in our semifinals. I'm Denise Tinsay, and you have here Coach Johnny Magsanok as our analyst for today's game, and I, Tinsay, reporting for duty as our panel at large. So let's get the show on the road. This is the PVL 2019 semifinals.
Good afternoon, PVL fans. Day 1 na po ng ating PVL Open Conference semifinals. At maya-maya maghaharap na ang ating reinforced conference champions, ang Petro Gazz Angels kontra ang Banko Perlas Spikers. And just to reiterate, this is a best-of-3 series with no team possessing a twice-speed advantage. At para sa kupunan ng Angels, despite them competing abroad, they managed to finish second. At para naman sa Banko Perlas Spikers, they opened the Open Conference with a win over Petro Gazz, and now they're in the 3rd spot due to a tiebreaker over Motolife. Denise and Coach Ronnie, who do you think will dominate today's match and make their way closer sa ating finals?
Good question, Ai. Ikaw, Coach Ronnie, may masasagot ka na ba sa tanong ni Ai?
Of course, meron. That's why this is a series. A dominant team probably is not top of mind for these two teams. The only important thing for them is to come out on top today because of the compressed playoff schedule. Dahil bukas game to na tayo. A win here today moves you one step closer to the finals.
Yes.
A loss here today will give you that deficit na mahirap i-overcome dahil nga sa back-to-back matches.
That's you, but just to give it a backtrack, it's been a long elimination round, Ai, and
Very
Coach
long.
Ronnie. Yes. Now, from 9 teams, and here, Coach Ronnie, we are down to 4.
Right. At alam mo, pag pinag-usapan natin yung pinagdaanan ng ating mga siyam na mga teams, 72 matches in 74 days. From 9 teams down to 4, and these are the top 4 teams squaring off in the Final 4 earlier. You saw the Cool Smashers hold a 1-game lead versus Motolife. The Gazz Angels, Banko Perlas Spikers, who split their head-to-head matchup, 2-round elims. Sa ating other draw sa semifinals.
Now, there's so many stories unfolding in today's game, pero let's backtrack and go back to where it all started between the Petro Gazz Angels and the Banko Perlas Spikers.
Right. This was the first loss for the Gazz Angels. Two of loss. And you'll find that the offense was quite even between the Gazz Angels and the Perlas Spikers. But it was the defense of the Perlas Spikers that enabled them to get past the challenge of the Gazz Angels. And eventually, the Perlas Spikers relied heavily on Sierra Basho, Nicole Chamson, Kat Bersola, Sue Roses, and Ella De Jesus as 2 players scored in double figures for the Perlas Spikers. While for the Petro Gazz Angels, Joey Prado and Janet Panaga combined for 23 points. But Jonas Abete did not explode on offense. And of course, itong si Nunag at si Panay Mercado tried to be the complementary scorers, but it was not enough in a 4-set loss. In the second round meeting, meanwhile, it was all Gazz Angels as they dominated all facets of the statistical categories. A blowout in terms of scoring skills, 58 to 39. And then the only thing won by the Perlas Spikers in this second round match was yung dig count. The rest, reception, playmaking, all dominated by the Petro Gazz Angels.
Wow, so talagang, Coach Ronnie, who do you think, fearless forecast, mga ilang sets tayo? Let's not even guess who's gonna win.
I guess it will reach about 4 sets. Knowing these two teams, the Perlas Spikers have to really start out well because the Gazz Angels have been on a winning roll. They've won their last 3 matches, while the Perlas Spikers coming off a loss against the Cool Smashers. And
Well, that's true. We all have our roles. Pero ay, ano naman yung mga roles ng ating mga viewers and fans dito sa PBL?
Yes, Denise, mga kapamilya, tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports at gamitin ang hashtag na PVL 2019 for your comments and insights on our match mamaya. You can also check out our exclusive photos and videos via our Instagram at ABS-CBN Sports. And make sure you keep up to date about all things on the PVL by following the country's #1 sports website, sports.abs-cbn.com, and also pa-like, share, and follow na ang aming Facebook because 992,498 malapit na mag 1 million, Coach Ronnie and Denise.
Thank you so much for that, Ai, and we're so excited for what you have in store for us. Pero when we come back, mga kapamilya, himay na natin ang dalawang koponan and we've got more stories headed your way in the semis of the PBL 2019. Welcome back to the PBL 2019 semifinals. Mga kapamilya, as you can see on your screens, it's the Angels versus the Perlas Spikers, both at midcourt. And they're both ready to fight their way sa finals. Pero yun na nga, unfolding stories, Coach Ronnie. Pag-usapan natin yung journey ng ating Petro Gazz Angels in this tournament.
alam mo, balikan pa natin mga 2 months ago, the journey to the top was something that they were able to accomplish in the reinforced conference. At dito sila kumukuha ng lakas. Hindi dahil sa nag-champion sila na may 2 reinforcements, kundi paniniwala nila kaya nilang marating muli ang pinakaduktok ng local ang kanilang dala. And they have proven that they are up to the task. And right now, taking a look at what this team has done to get to 12 wins and the 4 losses out of their 16 matches, you find that this is a squad that lost 2 of their first 3 games, but eventually only lost 2 matches in the second round as well. Right now, they are one of only 3 teams with over 100 kill blocks, one of only 2 teams with over 100 aces. Number 1 in service receptions, number 1 in blocks, and those are 2 key reasons why they are among the top 2 teams right now after the 2-round double elimination battle. Perhaps the weakness of floor defense, pero hindi may kakila si Sean Cruz and of course si Joey Prado and the rest of the Gazz Angels. Gagawa ng paraan ito kasamang Denise para manaig laban sa kanila makakaharap dito sa semifinals.
Couldn't have said it better, Coach Ronnie. Pero ang mga isang players na main characters para sa ating Petro Gazz Angels, kasama natin ngayon, Jonah Sabete. Now, it was quite a roller coaster ride para sa Petro Gazz Angels. At alam ko marami ko yung pinagdaanan during the season. Pero coming into the semifinals, ano yung kailangan gawin para bumalik kayo ulit sa finals and this time, get that back-to-back championship?
Siguro po yung lagi naman sinasabi ng coaches ang court then sa kung ano ginawa nun sa training namin, i-apply namin sa game mismo.
Jo, ano ang incentive ng management? Ano ang biggest motivation for you to help your team make it to the finals? Konto lang, hindi naman buo.
Pwede ba? Pwede magkala.
Basta meron.
Meron po,
Yeah, okay na yun. Meron.
Okay.
Oh.
Pero talagang nakikita natin na iba yung ngiti ngayon ni Jonah Sabete. Kaya talagang
Lalo pag
interesting.
incentive yung pinag-usapan, iba yung ngiti. Magpapasko, ha?
Opo.
Very good, very good.
Kaya excited na natin makita, Jonah, how your team will play, especially with maybe rewards coming your way. Thank you so much and you can now go back to your practice.
Thank you.
Pero ito na nga, Coach Johnny, minention mo ito yung one of the names who have been performing so well for our Petro Gazz Angels. Jovi Prado.
Ang kaban ay darating. Ang importante, manalo para makuha yung kaban. The reward will always be there for as long as you play hard and try to outwork your opponents. And right now, their main opponent, of course, are the Banko Perlas Spikers. We talk about Jovi Prado, what comes to mind? Versatility, firepower, cool demeanor. This is a multiple NCAA champion under Coach Obet Javier. But more than that, her maturity, her evolution as a two-way player is something admirable. 166 points, built around 136 spikes, 6 blocks, and 24 service aces. 10.3 points per game for this Bicolana. And right now, she is number 5 in reception efficiency, number 2 in service aces, number 9 in digs. Expect Jovi Prado to continue to fulfill her potential and swing her learning curve even higher dito sa semifinals in her bid to help out her team reach their second consecutive finals.
Jovi Prado, Jonas Abeta, just one of the formidable forces para sa ating Petro Gazz Angels. Pero sa ating pagbabalik, pupunta naman tayo sa kabilang kupunan para tingnan kung sino ang their own version of the formidable forces for the Banko Perlas Spikers. And now mga kapamilya, kanina lang we talked about the quest for a back-to-back championship para sa ating Petro Gazz Angels. Pero ito rin, ang Banko Perlas Spikers, they are on a quest of their own and this time around, it's to make it to the finals.
5-3 in the first round, 5-3 in the second round. All they are looking for is a breakthrough to make it to the finals. And this is something that the franchise has not been able to do in the last 2 years at least. And that's why they have gone to a different direction and named a new team captain this season. At yan ay si Nicole Chamson para dito sa team ng Banko Perlas Spikers. Looking at yung mga sinasabing bala para sa Perlas Spikers, this is a team that has won 34 sets, lost 24 sets, 6 sa kanilang mga laro, 3-set wins, 3 sa kanilang pagkatalo, 3-set losses. Number 3 in terms of playmaking, pero meron silang kahinaan at yan ang kanilang service efficiency at yung kanilang service reception. They have to be able to cover these weaknesses in order for them to keep in step against a team that's full of confidence and against a team that's split its head-to-head matches in the first 2 rounds dito sa ating PBL.
And now joining us, Coach Johnny here in the panel. One of the main characters naman para sa Banko Perlas Spikers. And as you mentioned a while ago, their team captain, none other than Nicole Tiamzon. Tiami, welcome. And
Hello.
of course, lahat kami excited dahil we also are rooting for Banko Perlas, of course, to
Yes.
finally make that breakthrough. Pero after 4 straight, semifinals, ano naman yung natutunan mo na talagang dadalhin nyo in this semifinals to be able to make it to the finals?
Siguro yun nga yung breakthrough namin since last year pa nga. Yung semis talaga, paulit-ulit na feeling. So we're really hungry to win the semis and make it to the finals. Maybe the experience na lang din siguro during the semis. And sana ma-close na rin namin finally yung semis game.
Top of mind for you right now, squaring up against the top teams sa Reinforced Conference. What will give you the edge in this matchup here in the semis versus the Gazz Angels?
Siguro yung, again, the experience mo din. Yun nga, kompleto, full pack din naman si Petro Gazz talaga. And on our part naman, maybe we should just focus more on our strengths and less sana yung errors namin. Kasi kapag less yung errors nga, mas malaki yung chance na manalo.
And that's what we're definitely looking forward to. The consistency and of course the confidence that alam namin na maibibigay ng Banko Perlas Spikers in their semifinals. Thank you so much, Shami. You can now go back to practice and best of luck. Ngayon na nga, Coach Johnny, kung meron tayong Jovi Prado, Jonas Abete for our Petro Gazz Angels, we have Nicole Chamzon and Z Hervasio for the Banko Perlas Spikers.
You have to have multiple scorers, multiple points of attack to get your offense going. But more than that, the leadership, the chemistry always has to be built collectively. We're talking about the 2019 Best Opposite Spiker in the Reinforced Conference, the top gun for the Banko Perlas Spikers, a former WNCAA standout when she used to play for Saint Scholastica. Former team captain who has accounted for 222 points in 16 matches for an average of nearly 14 per match. The 27-year-old Zia Vasio is right now number 7 in spike percentage, number 6 in scoring. At sa kanyang kabuuang 222 points, 198 galing sa spikes, 16 sa blocks, 8 sa service aces. One of only 6 players with over 200 points in 16 matches in our open conference.
You know nga, Coach Johnny, we've been breaking down all of our main role players in today's game. Pero also joining us as one of the role na nakasama na natin throughout our long elimination round and also here at our semifinals is, of course, our DJ Jimmy na talagang always and consistent nagbibigay ng good vibes and good music to all of our fans here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center. Now, we're not gonna delay it any longer, mga kapamilya, dahil alam ko excited na kayo makita ang laban between the Banko Perlas Spikers and the Petro Gazz Angels in this PVL 2019 semis.
Match. First referee, Mr. Bobby Selson. Second referee, Mr. James Oliver Moore. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Petro Gazz Angels. Team captain wears jersey number 5, Relea Ferina Saet. At number 1, Cherry Rose Nunag. Wearing jersey number 4, Stephanie Mercado. At number 6, Janet Panaga. Number 16 is Jonah Sabete. And number 19, Jovelyn Grace Prado. Liberos are number 10, Rica Jane Enclona. And number 18, Sian Cruz. Head coach, Mr. Arnold Lanyog. Presenting our Banko Perlas Spikers. Team captain is number 19, Nicole Ann Tiamzon. At number 3, Suzanne Roses. Wearing jersey number 6, Angeline Marie Hervasio. Number 8, Jorella Marie De Jesus. Number 11, Catherine Adriel Bersola. And number 12, Chamanea Ferrer. Liberos are number 2, Sherilyn Jane Sindayan. And number 10, Princess Nina Balang. Head coach, Mr. Kongsawat Apichat. This is match number 74.
Mga kapamilya, again, you're watching the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference 2019 semifinals. And it's Game 2 of our Saturday doubleheader between the Petro Gazz Angels at ang Banko Perlas Spikers. Now, Coach Ronnie, both teams have come so far from the last time. And it's not just this tournament, but especially for the Banko Perlas Spikers na talagang, I remember the last time I interviewed them for their first semifinals, na talagang sinasabi nila na this was supposed to be our year, and we've been hearing that for 4 straight, tournaments, pero talagang they can't really get over that slump.
Pero alam mo, they have to be thankful where they are right now dahil at one instance, naging mabula yung takbo nito. Dahil tandaan natin na 3 other teams were trying to make it. Choco Mucho, of course, Philippine Air Force and Pacific Town Lady Troopers, until they had that good 4-game winning run to solidify their hold on one of the top 4 spots and eventually made it to the semis. Tapos nahulog ng isa-isa yung Choco Mucho, yung Lady Troopers, at yung Air Force Jet Spikers. So, I think they should be thankful where they are right now. But, of course, it's a different battle in the semis. Sabi ni Chami kanina, na-experience na sila, but they're also up against a veteran team who was tasted that experience of winning over the favored Creamline Cool Smashers dun sa Reinforced Conference.
Talagang both teams gigil na gigil, at they're both 2 teams that are trying to prove something, especially for the Petro Gazz Angels, that they were all the hype during the Reinforced Conference. But, people always have something to say when you're winning, that talagang it was all daw karga ng mga imports. Pero here they are coming into this open conference saying
talaga namang karga ng imports yun, kaya nga reinforced But they have proven that they also were really very good in terms of selection dahil yung isa was the best foreign reinforcement. Yung isa was the finals MVP, Janice Johnson and Wilma Salas, players that we were referring to that helped Coach Arnold Lanyog secure his first PVL championship.
But here, going back to the ball game, you can see our Petro Gazz Angels starting strong with the local players with 2-0. But after a point there by Cathy Persola, bumabawi ang Banko Perlas Spikers by looking at this replay once again.
Best middle blocker in the previous conference, former Lady Maroon, at right now has the most number of kill blocks with 42 heading into the semifinals. One of the key reasons why they are in the Final 4.
And also a med student.
Cum laude.
Cathy
Nakita mo yun? Cum laude.
Maraming hats ang suot ni Cathy Persola, but right now she's on her semifinals hat, trying to win this game for our Banko Perlas Spikers. As you can see, Ella De Jesus, the elevator, serving for the girls in black. But that is a service error there.
We talked about one of the key weaknesses para sa Perlas Spikers, yung kanilang service efficiency. Nasa dulo sila niyan. At ang nasa tuktok naman yung team ng Petro Gazz Angels. So that's a contrast in strength and in their efficiency, so to speak.
But before that, let's go first to Ai Tinsay for our set 1 report. Ai, what's up?
Denise and Coach Ronnie from Panek Mercado of the Petro Gazz Angels, they had a rough start sa Open Conference with their back-to-back losses. Pero nakapag-bounce back sila because of their individual skills and of course, ang kanilang team effort. Ang team effort nito ayon kay Panek ay naging mas solid and consistent throughout the long months of their training. Pareho pa rin daw ang kanilang format from the Reinforced Conference, pero humaba daw ang duration because they have more patience to unleash the individual skills of their players through 6x6 scrimmages. Ayon kay Paneng, ang key sa pagpasok ng finals ay walang iba kundi tiyaga. Kung di susuko, ay tutuloy lang daw ang laban. Back to you, Denise and Coach Ronnie. Let's go back to the first set.
Thank you so much for that, Ai. As you can see, our Petro Gazz Angels struggling quite a bit here at set 1 with Banko Perlas taking the lead with 2 points. Spike serving 3, Z Hervasio.
They will lose a 2-point lead and give up 3 straight points. And right now, they'll be surrendering 4 straight. Up 3-2 earlier. Now behind 3-6. Remember that the last time these two teams met, it was just a 74-minute match that lasted just 3 sets. And as we pointed out earlier, nearly all statistical categories went in favor of the Petro Gazz Angels.
And that's why Cherry Nunag making sure she stops blading for her team. 4-6 now.
Number 22 in scoring. 99 or 97 spikes, 25 blocks, 6 service aces for a total of 128 points in 16 matches. And I believe she's the 4th leading scorer for the Angels.
But there's a special story here for the Petro Gazz Angels. Dahil Coach Ronnie, talagang when I talked to Cherry Nunag, talagang she said that her pinaka-close niya sa team is si Chisa. Dahil ever since before playing in the pros,
it was with Chi that she first felt that connection as a volleyball player.
Well, we know what Seaside has done throughout her collegiate career. But one thing really nice about her life story is that she was able to come back and now is a mentor to young players such as Cherry Nunag, and probably not just sharing her excellence in the sport, pero yung life's lessons. And sometimes that's doubly important as well. Pero after the first technical, right, as we reach the first technical timeout, Banko Perlas has doubled the scoring output of the Gas Angels.
And the Phil Oil Flying V Center here is back with the fans from the Banko Perlas Spikers, all decked out in white. As you can see on your screens, also former Banko Perlas Spikers, si
Right.
Amanda Villanueva.
Former Soaring Falcon in the house.
And I know she's also waiting for her team to get that lead. And you can also see, of course, si Madam Charo Soriano.
And earlier also with Amanda Villanueva was Shasha Devanadera of the Perlas Spikers and of the San Sebastian Lady Stags. Veteranong malalaro ni Coach Roger Gurayev, eventually still plays for this franchise.
And it's like a reunion of some sorts for
Full
our...
support. Oh, full support.
Kaya talaga, I think that's serving as an inspiration for our Perlas Spikers. But that service error at that point will
Second
be
service
given.
error in the set for the Perlas Spikers. We talked about the need to lessen their errors. Yung din ang binigit kanina ni Nicole Chamzon.
Jonas Abete serving. Ferrer bibigay kay Tiamzon off the block.
On the hit out.
And point again for the Banko Perlas Spikers. It's 9-5.
Last time these two teams met, itong Perlas Spikers gave up a total of 7 service aces. They were only 28 out of 67 receptions. But right now, they seem to have worked on that. As a result, maayos ang kanilang first ball as Nicole Chamzon scores the first service ace of this match.
And that's why a timeout will be called muna by Coach Arnold just to get their bearing straight for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Dalawang server na yun, ha? Dalawang bigat, Samson, tsaka si ano, ayaw na ipasa. Okay. 15 rallies. Isang beses pa lang tayo matake maayos, yung kay Jerry. Okay? So, organize muna natin, simula sa pasa, tapos sa setup. Yung kanina wag muna sila, kaya mo dukutin. Mababa naman yung ganito, yung itim nito. Talagang ganyan nyo lang, nag-ipasok mo kahit ito lang. Okay, go, settle lang muna.
And Coach Ronnie talagang kinailangan ng Petro Gazz Angels ang timeout na yun dahil 5-point lead na ang Banko Perlas Spikers, and you don't want, of course, na matalo in this set, especially for the Petro Gazz Angels na talagang gusto nilang bumalik sa finals.
Ang clear as day yung reminders doon ni Coach Arnold Lanyog sa 15 rallies. Isang beses pa lang sila naka-opensa. That's why I was about to say before that last time out of his na wala tayong rallies na nakikita, lahat quick points. Unfortunately for them, they are on the losing end of those short rallies. Remember, they were still ahead 2-0 to open up the first set. So meaning na outscore na sila 10-4 the last 14 times na magkaroon ng palitan.
Saet setting it up for Prado again. And she gets that in. Back-to-back points for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Seaside lost the first round matchup against Jeb Ferrer. Ferrer had 17 excellent sets. Seaside only had 8. In their second round face-off, Ferrer only had 13 excellent sets. Side helped the team secure 21 excellent sets. And as a result, they won in 3 straight sets.
You can see our Petro Gazz Angels with a 3-0 run with a point from Bangs Panaga. Also a champion in her own right, back in the collegiate.
For the Lady Blazers. At alam ko, coach nila nun ay, let me check this again. Ang assistant coach ni Coach Sammy Akailar. Mamaya, babalik sa atin yan. Pero sa ngayon, 3 sunod na puntos, kinuha rito ng Gas Angels. Si Maki Carino, ang head coach ng Lady Blazers. That help out Jeanette Panaga secured the title for CSB.
And Ana Gopicos entered the court for our Banko Perlas
The
Spikers.
comebacking Ana Gopico, of course, used to play for the Ateneo Lady Eagles.
And also comebacking from an injury. And she gets
Tito
that
on
point.
the hit out.
Ana Gopico.
11, serving 8.
Look at that again.
Stops a 3-point run for the Gas Angels. Ana Gopico in their first round encounter played a single set, did not score. In their second round meeting, Gopico scored 1 point, came off the bench in 3 sets.
There you can see here the Petro Gazz Angels slowly creeping in after a service error by Jem Ferrer. Ito naman ang setter ng Petro Gazz Angels, Chisay, and their captain, serving.
A decorated multi-awarded playmaker, still at peak form for the Angels.
Ooh, a strong hit there by Paneng Mercado. And now it's just a 1-point lead for our Perlas Spikers.
Paneng Mercado continues to impress. Paneng Mercado, number 26 in scoring. 109 points heading to this match. Continues to be one of the unsung heroes for this franchise and due to winning their first title in the reinforced confidence.
Great reflexes there by Pangs. Balik kay Prado.
Off the hand of Rosso.
And now we're tied at 11-11 here at set 1.
6-1 counter run for the Angels after they were down 10-5. And after they called timeout, suddenly they are on their biggest scoring run. Now the pressure is on the other side to play better, defend harder.
And the free ball given by Z Herbacio. Chisay to Panay Mercado again.
Excellent fake coming from Banks Panaga.
Petro Gazz
2 of the
up
last
by 1.
3 points for the Angels coming from Panay Mercado. Look at the delay of Chisay. Running hit was there for the taking, but she elected to go to Paneng. And now the shoe is on the other foot. 1-point lead once again for Petro Gazz.
There to Roses.
And touch
a
Panaga.
net touch there by Pangs Panaga
12.
will give the point to our Perlas Spikers.
Gas Angels had 10 kill blocks in that 4-set loss in the first round. 7 in that second round win. Total of 17 kill blocks for the Gas Angels in 2 meetings versus Banko Perlas.
Quick kick there by Pangs, but Yami was there. Punta naman kay Z Herbacio at makukuha niya ang puntos na yun para sa Perlas Spikers. And the lead again goes to the Perlas Spikers.
Herbacio 12 of 39 first round. Herbacio scored 14 in the second round. Herbacio also 12 of 39 but was limited, I believe, to 13. 1 point below her first round output.
Ferrer kay Z, back set. Shen was there. Paneng will give a free ball. Yami to Ferrer, to Z again. Off the hands of Paneng Mercado. Back-to-back points there for Z Herbacio.
One of only 6 players to score over 200 points. Herbacio, 222 points, almost 14 points per contest. Si Kat Tolentino kasi pumalo ng 334 points, my goodness, in 16 games.
And that is outside. The tides have turned. It's
Oh, yes.
back with the
Again.
Banko Perlas again, Coach Johnny.
Another 4-1 counter. After they lost a 10-5 lead, they were down 12-11. And since that time, 4-1. But another service error, their third in the set, will enable Gas Angels to trim a 3-point lead. Advantage down to 2 for the Perlas Spikers on that Sue Roses service error. Kuya Sue.
Yam Stemzon, captain of the Banko Perlas Spikers. Ferrer, ibibigay kay Ana Gopico with that soft touch.
Doesn't
Doesn't get in.
Double touch.
And that's an error. Double touch.
15.
Nabitin si Ana Gopico, looking for that drop. Instead, she will give up 2 straight points
Service.
for the Angels. Down 15-12 earlier, now only behind at 15-14.
Yami, bibigay kay Ferrer. To Z. Breaking down the block of Sabete and Banks for that point to lead us to our second technical timeout. We're back here at the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference 2019. And everyone's just focused on their screens and on the game that, of course, our players are providing for us this Saturday afternoon.
I think that was Leo de Vera, who played for San Sebastian some years ago, and right now we're seeing action in the MPBL. Of course, a lot of our volleyball followers also looking forward to the upcoming Southeast Asian Games, of which the likes of Eliza Valdez and, of course, Gia Morado will see action for Coach Kung Reyes.
Substitution.
And Coach Shaq, of course, and then Mark Espejo will combine with a lot of collegiate heroes to help the country get a podium finish. Southeast Asian Games will commence on November 30 up to December 11 of 2019.
So many things to look forward to aside from Christmas dahil Burmans na, Coach Ronnie.
Oo, bilis.
Ooh,
Panaga
great
into
dunk
the
there
ball.
by Panaga.
15-16.
Right after the second technical timeout. And also for her to go back to the service area. Pangs Panaga, one of the strong servers para sa ating Petro Gazz Angels.
Panaga and Nunag were the biggest thorns in that blocking defense para dito kila Kat Persola in that second round encounter.
Ball is in. Versola
Ito
scores.
rin one of the powerhouses for our Perla Spikers, Kat Persola.
Excellent first ball for the Perla Spikers. Persola for the Perla Spikers, 9 points in the first round. And in their second round loss, Persola accounted for a total of 5. That's 14 points in 2 matches, 7 a game versus the Gas Angels. Ang linis ng palong yun.
Down the line.
Jonas Abete with that. As you mentioned, Coach Ronnie, a clean and smooth down the line hit.
The leading scorer for this franchise, Joe Sabete, 168 points, 2 points better than Jovi Prado, who is at 166. Panaga is the third in terms of scoring for the Angels, followed by Nunag, and then of course Paneng Mercado.
Donel Cheng and Kai Balwalawa enters the court for our Petro Gazz Angels.
Quick attack. 18-16.
Persola scored the last 2 points for Banko Perlas. Good first ball can enable you to activate your middle hitter. Persola who was outperformed by Nunag and Pangs Panaga dun sa 3-set win ng Gas Angels ay ngayon siyang na mas nakakabuntos kaysa kay Panaga at kay Nunag.
Zeltan, former Lady Eagle, serving. So the lead is with the Banko Perlas Spikers. Look at the block faults of the Petro Gazz Angels compared to the 3 of the Banko Perlas.
They're very good at that. Stat is highlighted kasi the Perla Spikers are going up against the top blocking team. As we mentioned earlier, one of only 3 teams with over 100 kill blocks. So yung ball distribution, yung decoy plays mo, paano ma-hide yung hitters mo, napaka-importante para dito kila Kailing, kila Jem Ferrer, at sa kabuuan ng Perla Spikers.
That was a great joust at the net. Whoa! Cherry Nunag to tie the game at 18-18.
Go straight for the Gas Angels. And perhaps it's also best to highlight the fact that Shen Cruz was the best libero. The Reinforced Conference continues to play really well for Coach Lanyog. And that's the reason why they are in this situation once again. Golden chance to make it to the finals should they get past the Perla Spikers.
And this time around, the transfers to our Angels.
Substitution. Banko.
Look at that play again.
16
Shen
12. Ferrer.
to Prado. And hindi na nakakuha ng follow-up after that.
Ang hirap ng anggulong kinuha nitong si Prado. A cut shot beating the defense of Kailing. And this will be 3 straight points for the Angels in their bid to fight back after being down by as much as 5. Another net touch.
Balwalawa. We're tied at 19.
Jem Ferrer is back for our Perla Spikers.
And so is Elo De Jesus.
Gold Tiamzon serving.
Yung mga taga-Cool Smashers tumatawid ng pag-cheer.
Sino kaya ang inaroute
Nasa
nila?
side ng Perla Spikers eh. Oh, tinan mo.
De Jesus turned back.
Again, Cherry Nunag there scoring.
Right, combining with Kai Balwalwa, who committed a net infraction earlier.
In.
Kaya alam mo, I'll go with the block faults for as long as the blockers are there. Hindi pwedeng hindi markado yung mga hitters dahil napakataas din ng percentage ng Banko Perlas when we talk about their offense.
Let's look at that again. The block points this time around is more in favor of our Petro Gazz Angels with 3 compared to the nil of the Banko Perlas Spikers.
In as much as the Gas Angels are the second best team in terms of offense, next to them closely is a 29% hitting team. Close to 30% at yan ang team ng Banko Perlas Spikers.
Find ourselves tied at 20-20, and this is just set 1 of our semis between the Angels and the Spikers, and the Perlas Spikers rather. And a strong block by Herbacio and Sue Roses. 21-20. Let's look at that again.
6 blocks in that first round win. Only 4 kill blocks in that second round loss. 10 total, 5 on the average for the Perlas Spikers against the Gas Angels.
Pero binawi ni Pangs Panaga with a quick hit.
21.
And the nail biter continues between the Angels and the Perlas Spikers.
8 out, 5, Sae, in.
Situational subs coming in for Coach Arnold Danyo.
In.
Even Coach Apichat is up on his feet. Very seldom natin nakikita ang elimination round, pero alam naman natin ang advantage na makakakuha ng Game 1 given na ang Game 2 bukas na lalo rin. Less than 24 hours in a quick turnaround for Game number 2.
That's true, and you want momentum definitely to be on your side. So tingnan natin kung sino ang makakakuha ng momentum na yon by the end of today's match. Ooh, smart move.
Nabitin si Sue Roses. Ferrer going to the other side. Herbacio was defended twice. Back set. Sue Roses wrong-footed. And that cost them 2 straight points given up. 1-point lead. Gas Angels late here in the first.
Great aggressiveness shown by Pangs Panaga. Pero ito, babawi naman si Sue Roses.
Look at the effort of Cruz once again.
Ooh, great blocking by Sue Roses.
Denied.
Making up for that mistake a while ago. We're tied again at 22-22. Back set by Chinsayed to Mercado.
Look at Sue Roses tracing that hit. Anticipating that Mercado was going to go the other way, away from the first blocker. That's experience working for this multiple V-League MVP.
Panaga. Perfect timing.
Again, Pangs Panaga scoring another quick hit. She continues to take advantage of those kinds of plays, Coach Ronnie.
This is the best receiving team with a total of 33 excellent receptions in 50 attempts. In that second round, 3-set wins.
Lead again is transferred to our Angels. Ferrer to Herbacio.
Bitin na bitin.
Ball is out.
Unforced turnover will always hurt, and they will be down by 2 set points. Coming after that attack error from their top scorer, Herbacio.
Double bell on them, receive first na. Hey, confident for your heart. Hey, receive first. Hey, wait time for pass ด้วยดิ You can understand ไหม Confident your friend cover ด้วยทัดแอตแทกอยู่ cover ด้วยเข้าใจเปล่า
I can only imagine the frustration, but look in your screens right now, our multi-light teams in Atang Ponce. They're raring to get back, studying, of course, the plays. Para this time around, they can be able to turn the game around tomorrow and hopefully get that win and extend it to a third game, Coach Ronnie.
Totoo yan. That is the value of winning Game 1. Putting your opponent on their heels. Bersola, enough force to get that ball across.
Ooh, strong. Soft hit there by Sabete. Balik kay Herbacio. And we're seeing great blocking from Mercado and Pangs. Great net defense by the Petro Gazz Angels. At dito medyo nagkulang na si Herbacio.
Petro Gazz gets the first set.
Yan yung sinasabi ko na maski maraming block faults ang Gas Angels kanina, the effort to defend is always there. And that led to the closeout of the first set. Enough challenge, multiple denials, 3-point win, 25-22 at the end of the set number 1.
And it's the Petro Gazz Angels who will be able to get that set one after the Banko Perlas.
Hello to our Kapamilya sports fans worldwide. This is Bea De Leon. Thank you for watching the set one of today's PBL game. Para mapanood daw live ang mga susunod na exciting PBL sets, just click the I button, then go to iWant.ph or sports.abs-cbn.com.